Hello and welcome to ABC. You are watching ADDIS Dialogue. I'm Salashid Namso. My guest today is the African-American Dr. Derek Samuels. Is founder and president of Derek Samuels Leadership Institute. He is a passionate speaker, a business consultant, author, and transformational leader, to mention a few. He embodies the skill, integrity, vision, and drive to become one of the most inspiring thought leaders. His current published book, The Power of Movement, provides inspirations to achieve one's goals. Soon to be published are two books entitled The Audacity of Inconvenience and The Slave of the Immediate. Dr. Derek deploys hard-won experiences to help others understand their strengths, unlock their potentials, and achieve their goals. He has mentored many more to achieve their second and third degrees. Stick to this dialogue and find out what Dr. Derek Samuels has on the plate, and enjoy the show. Dr. Derek Samuels.
Yes.
Welcome to ADDIS Dialogue on ABC.
Thank you for having me in the studio.
Nice. To begin with, you are referred to as the voice against stagnation.
Yes.
Give me a sense of what that does mean.
You know, I am the voice against stagnation. That means you can't hang around people like me and remain the same. It's not possible. I will talk you out of stagnation. I will drag you out of stagnation. I will move you out of stagnation because I believe in success. And because I believe in success, I am behaving it. And because of behaving it, I'm becoming it. In life, you can only become what you are behaving. And you can only behave what you are believing. And you can only believe what you are beholding. That's the reason I travel all over the world teaching people the power of movement. If only you can move from one point to point B, you will achieve your goals and you will remain fresh.
It's really nice to be the voice against stagnation. Nice, Doctor. You are a passionate speaker, author, and transformational leader, to mention just a few. It is really difficult to catch the attention of an audience in a speech. You are successful in this regard, though. But I want you to tell me where that passion of speaking in front of many people come from.
First, I want to begin by saying that there is power in problems, there is power in poverty. And that's the reason why I want to educate the youth in Africa to understand that no matter the challenges that they go through in life, there's power in what they are going through, if only they can see from a positive point of view. Why am I telling you this? Because I went through a very difficult time in life. I was born in Nigeria, raised in Nigeria before I relocated to the United States. But before then, I was born into a very poor family that even poor people say that we are very poor. You can imagine that. So I began to develop myself. I began to grow towards independency very young, pretty young. And because of that, that establishes some level of confidence in me. But much more than that, you know, when we say you have confidence in life, it means that you have knowledge that is mingled or in collision with robust information. In other words, confidence is when you have information and knowledge and they both ride on the wings of action. That is what is going on for me. That's the reason I can stand in front of so many people to, you know, say something that's so meaningful and they like it, because not only the challenges I went through that pushed me to develop myself, I am a reader. That's why I tell people the only way to become a leader is to become a reader. That is the secret. When you read more, get more information, acquire more skills and knowledge, it naturally flows and it becomes easier for you to be bold in the presence of so many people.
Nice verse. To be a good leader, it's mandatory to be a good reader.
Yes.
Well said.
That's it.
So what do you feel like to stand in front of many people and to share your life experiences and whatsoever?
I feel excited. Because the reason I feel excited sharing my experience with people is because, you see, when you share the difficulties that you pass through in life, the challenges you pass through in life, the problems that you went through in life, it resonates with so many people. You see, I like to listen to a lot of people speak, but I prefer those that have experience. You know, it teaches them something. Even though you have a degree, let's say you have a BSc in economics, or you have a degree in mechanical engineering, whatever form of degree that you have, you still have to find a way. Let's say you don't have a job after graduation. What do? Look for something to do with your hand. Why? I've lived through it. That's why I'm so excited telling people on the power of movement, because I hate stagnation. Stagnation is the enemy of anybody.
Nice. You have a very nice experience to share to others. Your keynote speaking engagements includes the UN General Assembly and New York City Construction Engineers Seminar and many more. Tell me a little bit about what it feels to speak like people from different backgrounds, like educator, whatever, business people, people from different backgrounds that come to attend your speech.
First of all, I want my audience to understand the power of value. You know, I teach people here, especially in Africa, the youth, to place value on the little they have. Don't despise the little you have. There's power in the value that you bring to the table. Don't think because you have an accent, don't think because you don't look like some people also, that is a limitation. No, you are perfect, you are strong. All you need is the right knowledge, the right information, and that boldness, having mind, riding on the wing of action. Those are the things that you need. How do I feel when I'm addressing different kind of people? I feel excited. Number one, I am where I belong or I need to be. That is where success begins. Success begins when you are where you should be and you begin to develop yourself towards that, and you begin to deploy yourself and also find a strategy to sustain that. That's exactly what I'm doing.
It's pretty fantastic. Let's now talk about your books. I'm looking at your books, the Power of Movement, the 10 Commandments of Success, How to Scare Failure Away, and The Power of Your Tomorrow, and many more.
Yes.
I want you to tell me the very gist of your books.
Yes. Now, you see, I write, the reason why my books are very unique, I write, I don't even talk, that is, not that I don't read other people's book, but I'm writing myself out there. Because somebody said, and it's very powerful, the secret of great people is in the story that they share. So I have gone through a very, very difficult moment in life, and that brought the best out of me. That's why when I was writing about the power of your tomorrow, I told them in that book, you cannot see your tomorrow and not do something about it. If you're not doing something about your tomorrow, you have not seen it well enough. When you see your tomorrow, you will move. That's why people like us are moving, because we've been able to see it. That's why I tell people like us are undepressible. You can't depress us because we have seen something bigger than depression. We have seen something bigger than ourselves, about adding value, about becoming a force, a voice that can change people, that can empower people. That's why I began to write books like that on the power of your tomorrow. When you see your tomorrow, you will forgive your mistakes of yesterday. The reason why people have not forgiven their yesterday, they have not seen their tomorrow well enough. When you see your tomorrow, the power of yesterday had no power or effect on you. What your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, anybody did to you yesterday is past. But when you see your tomorrow, you move with that strength, with that energy. So energy in me to write, to read, to speak is from within. How? Because I've been able to capture my future, which is called tomorrow. That's why I encourage my listeners, if you're going to make a meaning in life, focus on tomorrow. It's very important, because the energy you have today is your ability to conceive the power and the idea that you have to change whatever that's around you, because it's about the future.
Well, the audacity of inconvenience, yes, and the slave of the immediate are coming up.
Yes.
So what do we expect from those books?
You see, when I talk about the audacity of inconvenience, I love that, because look at Dubai. Where was Dubai about 15, 20 years ago? It was not in the map of relevance. It was in the map of the world, but not in the map of relevance. But today everybody is going to Dubai. Over 10 million people visit Dubai every day. But what's every year? What is going on? Because they built Dubai on the platform of inconvenience. It was built on, there was no, it was built on desert, no, lack of vegetation. But they built high skyscrapers. The most beautiful airport is there. Think about that. Everybody's going there to shop. Why? They built it on the platform of inconvenience. That's how life is. You can't wait until it is convenient for you to act. Those who appreciate the power of inconvenience, because I tell people, through discomforts, you come out of discomforts. Look, if you want to enjoy more comforts in life, you have to appreciate the power of discomfort. You have to appreciate the power of inconvenience. That's about the power of inconvenience. Now let's talk about the slave of the immediate. A lot of people are so encumbered with the challenges they go through today that they forget tomorrow. That is the slave of being a slave of the immediate. Oh, do you know that some people are slave of their age? They live their age instead of living their life.
Sure.
They become a slave of the immediate. You know that some people are slave of the challenges they go through, the disappointment. They are so disillusioned, they are so discouraged at the moment. Why? Because they are not looking at the future. That is being the slave of the immediate. People need to be free. People need to be empowered. People need to be reminded. People need to be re-engineered so that they can be rejuvenated, so that they can be revived for a greater future. That's what we're talking about.
It's really interesting to get into the very gist of your books, Dr. Derek. Before moving to other questions, I want you to tell me what really is a motivational speaker mean to you?
You know, I love motivational speakers, but more importantly, I love those that have narrowed their message to specific, especially tailored towards their experience. You see, I'm an empowerment speaker because my goal in life is to move people. That means that you cannot be sleeping around me. I will not allow you. That's why they call me the obstacle against those on their way to an average life. If you're on your way to an average life, I'm your obstacle. I will block you. That's the reason why I've helped over 100 people finish their PhD. Why? You can't hang around me and be thinking the same thing. No. Each year, there must be something different that you are doing. New strategies, new approaches, new way of doing things. Because we're supposed to be dynamic people. We're supposed to be creative people. We're not supposed to be mourning our yesterday, crying over what happened yesterday. We are programmed. You see, the reason why your two eyes are in front of you is for you to look forward, not backward. That's exactly what we are doing. That's what exactly I'm teaching. And that is what it means to me, to be an empowerment, a motivational speaker. Seeing people, watching people, helping people, uplifting people, encouraging people, and moving people out of where they are to where they should be. That's who I am.
Nice. Dr. Derek, you are also known to help others understand their potentials, unlock their strengths, and achieve their goals. But the thing is, I want you to tell me where that virtue of philanthropic intervention has come from. It would be rather difficult for others to be by the side of people so that they could be successful at the end of the day. You know, most people don't prefer to be helpful to others, but you do it.
Yes.
Where does it come from?
Understanding. There's a book I'm working on called The Cutting Edge Leadership, Style, Substance, and Sustenance. That book, I'm talking about the power of sacrifice. Leadership is about sacrifice. When you become a leader, from the point or from the perspective of sacrifice, that is when you do well. See, when you sacrifice, one of the principles I live on every day, and I wrote about it on the in the 10 Commandments of Success book, is your ability to see sacrifice before rewards. The reason why many people don't succeed, the youth don't succeed, the older generation don't succeed, they're not able to see sacrifice before reward. They see the immediate now. Where is the reward now? Where is the reward now? Do you know that over 5 years ago, I started traveling to different African countries. I was not invited.
Including Rwanda.
Including Rwanda.
I even want you to share me your experience while you spoke there.
Okay, I will explain that. You see, I started traveling to different African countries. Nobody invited me to so many of those places. I will knock at doors. I can do this. I can teach people. I can empower people. I can encourage people. I was traveling with my money, traveling longer flights, staying in the hotels, spending money on this with the little money I earned. But people didn't understand that. That's why I love what Jeff Bezos said. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon. He said, if you want to be successful, you want to be an entrepreneur, be ready to be misunderstood.
You are an entrepreneur yourself too.
Yes.
Yeah.
be ready to be misunderstood for a long time. People misunderstood me for a long time. Oh, why is he spending his money traveling to all this country, teaching people for free? But it's paying off now. A lot of people are beginning to know me. Each country I go, people want me to talk on their program and organizing program for me. I thank God for those coordinators in various countries that will help me put things together because they believe in my message and the value that I'm driving into people, especially those in the youth, changing their mentality. See, when you have a vision, you cannot stay in one place. I'm a man of vision. I'm a man of purpose. I'm a man that I've captured tomorrow. That's the reason I will not let the youth in Africa to stay stagnant or be crossing the Mediterranean Sea to be doing the work they're not ready to do here. You are not ready to wash plate in the restaurant here and you want to go wash a plate in the restaurant in abroad. You don't want to clean the street here. You want to go clean the street in abroad. No, we are going to change this mentality. We are strong people. We are powerful people. We are passionate people. That is how I move. Life begins with movement. Success is movement enabled. Failure is movement disabled.
Oh, it's really fantastic. I see in you the character of a motivational speaker. As a subject matter expert, you have spoken on a variety of topics, including keys, stagnation, goodbye, yes. Global challenges facing African immigrants, the power of education, and the heart of a leader. Your topics are really catchy, aren't they?
Yes. Well, I am happy that you noticed that, so thank you.
Yeah. So what do you feel like to speak on such catchy topics?
I like to be unique. I like to be different. The only way you can differentiate yourself is to do it differently. And that is what it should be. You see, when everybody is doing the same thing that you are doing, somebody somewhere is unnecessary. I don't want to be an unnecessary person. That's why I'm very creative in every way, whether I'm writing my book, I'm speaking, I'm touching on some topic. So I try to be unique. I try to be very unique so that, you know, somebody said, and I love that, when you are unique, you destroy the power of competition. That's the only way. So I love catchy topics because I want to draw the attention of people. For example, kiss your stagnation goodbye. What are the strategies for you to kiss your stagnation goodbye? In messages like that, I let people know the danger of stagnation, the danger of wrong environment, the danger of wrong friendship. All those things, they bring stagnation. The danger of not forgiving your yesterday. All those things bring stagnation. But how, as a champion, how can you look at tomorrow and face it with all excitement?
Nice, I see your energy. It's really fantastic. How do you assess your contribution in helping people achieve their goals?
Now, how do I do that? You know, I go back again to the power of sacrifice. I go back again to the power of giving. You know, we always hear this word, they that give will receive. That is more blessed to give than to receive. We always hear words like that. But many people don't understand it. It's not about giving money. It's giving yourself, your time, your value. Like in Addis Ababa here, I encourage the youth. Don't be part of those who are throwing the dirt, you know, or no, don't dirty here. Okay, because you are part of the government. When people say, oh, government, you are also government. How do I know? Because government is a system. Sure. It's a structure, but people run government, and it's a collective responsibility. Where you say, okay, from here, my house, I'm going to keep it clean. The other person said their house, they're going to keep it clean. Before you know it, Addis Ababa is clean. But if you throw empty water bottle, boom, on the street, you throw something you ate on the street, you're part of the government, and so you don't have to be pointing fingers to government because you're part of it. If you make here clean, it's clean. Same thing here in Addis Ababa. If you engage yourself in small businesses, you know, you are going to make it great.
Nice. Let me now switch to some brief questions. You already raised it, but I want you to emphasize on what African youth should do. These days, we see a lot of Africans prefer to be abroad to working locally and changing their lives. So what would be your advice for the youth to stick to their continent and harness the very vast potential the continent has?
I begin by the word, people become what they keep hearing. Especially when they hear the hard truth. I love hard truth. You see, you notice what is going on right now, people traveling through the Mediterranean, and they are losing their life. Why are they losing their life? Because most people don't understand that going abroad does not make you great. What makes you great is here. If you're not great here in Africa, inside you, you can't go there and just become great overnight. No. Are we not in Addis Ababa? where we have somebody like Bethlehem, Talihan, who converted used tires to begin to make shoe. She's known all over the world. In fact, I wrote about her in this new book on the youth. The power of believing in yourself. But it begins with acceptance. That's why I wrote in this book coming out on the youth, on the 12 life principles, changing for success for the youth in Africa, that life begins, or the power of the youth is rooted in you accepting yourself, appreciating yourself, applauding yourself. When you get to the level of appreciating who you are, that you have value, you can add value, then you begin to believe it. When you believe it, you begin to behave it. You begin to becoming it. That is what it takes. So my message to the youth in Africa is this. You have something of value. The plates you don't want to wash here in Ethiopia, let's say you're a graduate, you don't want to wash plates in the restaurant, you feel it's not a good job for you. Trust me, when you go abroad, that is what you may likely want to be doing, at least as a starter. So youth in Africa, what do you have in your hands? Yes, you have a degree, you have a certificate. If it's not bringing you money, why stay at home crying, weeping, and blaming government, and blaming parents? No, you are old enough. Step out of your comfort zone. I told them in a meeting in Uganda not too long, I said, if you have your son or your daughter who is over, let's say 20 years and above, and he or she is staying in your house, you are giving her food or him food, you are buying wristwatches for them, you are buying phone for them, you are buying clothes for them, you are not doing them good. You are inviting poverty. Push them out. That is how to become great. It's tough love, but it's great love.
One more brief question.
Yes.
Dr. Derek, what is your life principle or philosophy? My
life principle is this: the power of movement. If you can move, there is a future for you. What is movement? Developing yourself. What is movement? For you, maybe movement will be going back to school. That may be movement. Maybe your movement is diversifying your portfolio. Okay, let's say you even work in a corporate organization. What happens if you're fired from that organization? You're let go. Or what happens if that organization is closed down? Many people, they close when the organization is closed down, they close their life. No, diversify, move. You have 10 fingers for a reason. It's for you to be a man, a woman of many colors. That is how life is. When you add dynamism to your life, you enjoy the dynamics that come with dynamism. That's exactly my philosophy. Always see sacrifice before rewards. That means you have to sow before you reap. It's very important.
Well, finally, what is your impression about Ethiopia and of its people?
This is my second time back in Ethiopia. There's one thing I love about these people. You can trust them. It's very rare in any nation. The first time I came here, the hotel I stayed, they said to me, oh, you don't need to pay now, don't worry, we trust. I was like, really? They are so trusting. But again, what I've seen, the little I have experienced here, the youth are very engaging. The youth want to succeed. But they need people like us to let them know that you can start somewhere. You don't need to have a big office to start. You can start in your various homes with your business. I challenged them yesterday in the Rotary Club with the youth. I told them, look, some of these businesses you hear about in China, they started in their homes. Some of these big businesses you see here in the US, they started in their homes. So appreciate the little you have. I was even telling them, some of you can be a baker. Let's say you know how to bake bread or bake a cake. You don't need to have an office. Just look for how you can be supplying bread to people in their houses. Just package it, brand it. That's my goal. I want to be able to help. I want to be able to extend the virtue that I have, the value that I bring into, especially the youth in Ethiopia, encouraging them and empowering them that they need to be packaged to be bought. They need to be positioned to be found. That is what I have for them here. But they are nice people, they are great people, and I'm looking forward to a fruitful relationship with them.
Dr. Derek Samuels?
Yes.
It's really a pleasure having time with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for sharing us your insights.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having me. I'm so grateful.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your time.
Oh, definitely. Thanks.
Thanks. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of ADDIS Dialogue. That was all we have for today. But don't forget to tune in next time for yet another guest. Till then, it is goodbye from me, Damso, and the entire crew here. Goodbye for now.